The American arm wrestler monster Michael Todd is one of the most unconventional and unorthodox arm wrestlers of all time. Michael Todd is an arm wrestling veteran. However, after having mixed results in the super heavyweight division, he's decided to come down into the light heavyweights to obtain the 105 world title. But in his way now stands a formidable foe, the light heavyweight world title holder in the name of Oleg Petrenko. Oleg Petrenko is very likely the fundamentally strongest 105 kilo puller in the world. He has dominated nearly everyone, both in the hand and in the arm, not losing a single round in the last 3 world title fights. If Michael wins, it will be one of the biggest successes in his recent career. Multiple times, he was just one win away from earning a title shot at LEMMiNO, and every time he fell short in long battles. Now many have started to question whether he can still hang with the sport's elite, and defeating Oleg Petrenko would be a massive statement. If Oleg wins, he successfully defends his title against one of the most experienced and unorthodox pullers of all time, strengthening his claim as the king of the division. So, does Michael actually stand a chance, or will Oleg shut him out? Well, let's find out. Hello again, Blackbird here. East vs West 24 is happening in 1 week from now on, and it features some amazing matches. So if you want to watch it live, get a pay-per-view or get some merch, then make sure to use the link in the description for a 5% discount. Anyways, on to the video. First, it's important to look at the historical evidence supporting the win for both of these athletes, starting with Oleg Petrenko. The trajectory of Oleg Petrenko has been nothing short of impressive. Since 2023, he only got defeated by the literal best. On the left arm, he got beat by Alijan Muratov, who now stands as one of the best left arm pullers on the planet, defeating Artyom Morozov, waiting for a title shot at Vital Aletin, the super heavyweight world title holder. And on the right, he lost to none other than No Limits Devon Larratt. And since that defeat, which took place at East vs West 15, he has destroyed Betkele Oniani, dominated Nugo Chikadze, and also ran over Todd Hutchings. In all of these matches, he looked technically great and physically overpowering his opponents. Michael's recent form is more difficult to evaluate, as Michael has been in the game for a long time, for over 20 years. And also his matches are rarely straightforward, because his style naturally creates wars. So it's difficult to judge him simply based on scores. He has already tried to attain the light heavyweight title in the past. In 2023, he went up against Kidrikale Ongarbayev, and eventually he got defeated by the very technically proficient Kazakh. But also it was Michael coming back from a bicep tear, so he was far from his best. If we were to look at their common opponents, then Oleg Petrenko has also went up against Kidrikale Ongarbayev, and he absolutely dismantled him. He left no room for any kind of stoppage, even though Kidrikale used all of the fouls and restarts possible. Another important opponent to look at is Todd Hutchings. And once again, Todd was way more dominant in that match. Now, styles of course make matches, and it isn't accurate to predict just based off some scores, especially when we are considering someone like Michael Todd. But if we were to look just at this statistical evidence, at the minimum it suggests that Oleg is at a higher physical level. But here's the deal. Most of Oleg's wins came against either conventional top rollers or hook pullers. Betkele Oniani is a hook puller. Nugo doesn't have one strongest style. Todd Hutchings is at a high disadvantage against Oleg Petrenko, because he lets go of his wrist and Oleg has very strong side pressure. But the 2 very elite top rollers he has faced in John Brusing and Devon Larratt, those are the matches he lost. Devon was able to take the hand of Oleg immediately and then control the match. And against John Brusing, we actually saw something similar. Once Oleg lost the wrist, he truly didn't have anywhere to go. and that suggests that he may be more hand dependent than people realize. The hand control being tested, and that matters a lot against someone like Michael. Having a good press, especially a good flop press, is absolutely crucial to finish a match. Very few athletes train specifically for the position that Michael puts them in, and Oleg seems to be doing exactly that. The progress of Oleg Petrenko has been more impressive. He's been more dominant against equal opponents, but there are still these crucial unanswered questions. How does Oleg perform if he loses hand control, and can he fight in a dogfight when he loses some of his fundamentals? Let's see the technical reasons for why Michael could win and for why Oleg could win. So the first reason for why Michael has a chance is his endurance. The entire style of Michael Todd is based around extending the time for a match, dragging out a battle for as long as possible and slowly but surely destroying the fundamentals of his opponent while he holds on his sort of joint bone lock king's move. So the longer a round lasts, more favorable it is for Michael Todd. So even if Oleg gains hand control in the center, that is a far away from him winning the match. Secondly, it's experience. Michael Todd has fought against basically every style imaginable. He probably cannot be surprised at the table. Very few athletes have spent more time in high-pressure, long, drawn-out battles. And if the match starts being messy, this experience is very important. And also, I would probably give him the table IQ advantage, because Oleg seems to me like an athlete who simply is almost always stronger than his opponents, and he can win on the fundamentals. But Michael is the exact opposite. He lives on the extreme ends of arm wrestling, and he will likely be able to sense very quickly once something in Oleg fails, and he will be able to transition offensively into a press. But the press can also be a double-edged sword. And I'm gonna continue talking about it now, because it's time to move for reasons why Oleg Petrenko is probably gonna win the match, or why his chances are higher. And it's his incredible side pressure. Michael has the king's move, and he also has that press. But honestly, pressing someone like Oleg Petrenko seems very difficult, because he has incredible side pressure, and he can likely get the match in a hook if Michael ever attempts it. When someone like Todd Hutchings faced Oleg Petrenko, he got absolutely dismantled by him simply by Oleg's superiority, both in the hand and then similar strength in the arm. And against Michael, that issue also may come to light if Michael tries going offensively, because I honestly don't see him dragging out Oleg out of his position, for example, in the way like John Brusink managed to. I think he will have to try going into that press to finish Oleg. And that comes back to that argument of center table control. The fundamentals of Oleg are excellent. His rise, the back pressure, the pronator, it's all, the wrist of course, it's all absolutely amazing. And with that, he'll be able to take central control, in my opinion. And if he can take advantage of this dominance, he should be able to start climbing more and more to get higher on Michael's hand, and then once he feels like Michael is truly under his arm, he can start pressing through. And in that position, it's much more comfortable. Another argument I'm gonna make for Oleg is definitely his speed. Oleg is significantly faster than most opponents Michael has faced. And there isn't a zero chance that Oleg actually might be able to contain Michael even out of the straps and pin him. A similar thing happened to him, for example, against Vitaly Letin. And there is also the recent progression. Oleg now is a completely different player than he was like 4 or 3 years ago. He is very solid, looking crazy strong and improving every year, it seems. While Michael Todd has been in the game for a longer time, and he has acquired a lot of battle scars in that period. Also, when it comes to that question about the press, Oleg has said in the East vs. West 24 interview that he is willing to finish even without the wrist. So it's very likely he is preparing for exactly that, for a similar thing that, for example, Hermes Gasparini managed to do. But it's also important for him to be able to do that round after round. He cannot just press through, put everything into that in the first round. He has to be able to continue with it. and it's a world title fight, so it'll be a best of 7, and that again favors Michael Todd. So I have slept around a lot of arguments and counter arguments for both arm wrestlers, but I think it's now time for me to give my final verdict. I do believe that this match is gonna go similar the way it did against Hermes Gasparini versus Michael Todd. I think Oleg will gain hand control in the center. He will start climbing up, rising over the hand and arm of Michael, and once he gets enough of a favorable position, he will press through. And I think he will manage to do that, and even if it's a 7-round drawn-out battle, I think Oleg will take the win in the end. The only way I see Oleg losing rounds is if he fouls or if Michael manages to catch him off guard with a shoulder press. But I don't see any of these happening, so I'm gonna go 4-0 Oleg Petrenko. It won't be easy and pretty. It will probably be an awkward battle like almost every match with Michael Todd, but I do think that Oleg has just so much of power difference that he will win. But you can truly never count Michael out. Because what's also important is that this match is on his home grounds, so he'll truly put everything into winning. And that's everything from me for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and bye bye.